And now it is Talk That Talk Thursday. And what are we talking about? Should you be friends with your ex? Is the question. Let's get into it.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
Back to the show. This is still Ibru Let's Talk. This is still the best duo in East Africa, Central Africa, and the rest of the region. And yes, this year I have chosen feminism as the thing that I go with. And I do not know why. It just makes me angry because women were not doing very well. I apologize. However, Turife is the beautiful lady to my right, and she is also chiming in with her own very special je ne sais quoi of a little toxicity and some sense. I love it. Love to see it. That is what the show is mostly about. And today, our perfect combination of insanity is going to help you out with figuring out whether you should really be friends with your ex or you should stay away from your ex very, very much. So, personally, am I friends with my exes? There's some who are sane and stable and level-headed that I keep as friends, but at arm's length. You know the way it's like 50 yards away. It's such that if they start nonsense, you can just kick them off and leave them on the corner. And that is just my opinion. Some are just insane. So you just leave them in the gutter where you left them, okay? That is just my opinion. Do you think you deal with your exes or just leave them alone?
Nope, none. If we saw each other naked, we will never see each other again. That's just a policy for me, and I stand by it. Because why did you leave me? Why did we break up? Because you are an insane person. Who would lose all of this? It's clearly a person with zero sense. So why would I keep you around? And another thing, I feel like sometimes it's a crutch when you're keeping somebody you're very familiar with around.
Yeah.
Even if not, communicating all the time, you always have their number. They can always hit you up. They can always see your WhatsApp status. I hate that because there's just a level of comfort that comes from that. You know that anytime you can pick up that call and call that person, they will pick up and rush to your aid. And I'm also a believer of a heartbreak takes you on another level. Okay, have you ever noticed when you break up with somebody, in that period of healing and coming back to yourself, you actually maybe find a new job or you find a new deal with money. So I'm very pro.
Is too.
I'm very pro heartbreak. Heartbreaks just elevate you to another level. Let me tell you, I got a very bad heartbreak. It was so horrible. I love for the next week I was on a billboard and I was like, yeah, that's how it is,
Better
okay?
see this face, my
You're going to
friend.
see me when you go to work. Okay. So don't keep your exes around. I am not for it.
Okay. I don't know. I think for me, it's a thing of maybe they help you with introspection as well. Because if you've been with someone for such a long time, they know you a whole lot better than anyone else would. Will they use that against you? Sometimes they do, and some have, and it is horrible. However, they do help you with introspection. Sometimes you're doubting yourself or you're feeling like there's something that is off and you just need someone who knows you to have a conversation with you. And unfortunately, when you start to date, these are the people who end up becoming your closest friends. Is it true?
Nope.
Like your partner. No, I'm talking about your partner right now.
Yeah.
Isn't he your closest friend?
Yeah, he is.
And the partner in the past, at that moment when you were dating and everything was good and dandy, weren't they one of your closest friends?
No, they were snake. Yeah. They broke up with me.
Okay, clearly Turi has a stance. And I do agree with her to a point because sometimes they do hold you back. They do stop you from finding love and finding new and greener pastures up ahead. Why? Because as she said, you always use them as a crutch. You always use them as a yardstick to measure other people and their capabilities. Oh, no, you're awesome, but you're not like my ex. He used to do this, and he used to do that, and he used to do the other. So it might stop you from finding new love or from even pursuing new spaces simply because they make you so comfortable, and it can be a problem for me. Yeah, I see how that can be problematic. However, the opposite can be true. So they can also help you push yourself out of the gutter that you're trying to put yourself in. Yeah.
And another reason why you should not be friends with your ex is the lingering emotions and, the romantic attachment to them. Like you're drinking water and then you're like, oh, he also used to like water. And then you have a whole breakdown again. Or now that you're friends, you're allowed to see other people. After all, you're just friends. And then you see him with this new partner and he's doing everything for them that you always asked for, that you are always begging for. But you can't complain and cause drama. Why? You're just a friend. And now you're going to, you're breaking away from your friends to go find a corner to cry and just do the most. Please don't do it. Please, at you're going through traffic, you're like, oh, he used to like the rain in traffic. Please don't do that, please. Do not be friends with your ex. Cut them off from your life. You know the way if you block someone on Twitter, you will never see them or their relatives. Apply the same mechanism. Leave them completely. Don't do it.
I think again, always look at it from a times perspective. Immediately you break up with someone, you really shouldn't be their friend because then you have stuff like messages and phone calls and booty calls and other weird, cringy stuff that you end up doing simply because you're still not with someone else and you're still kind of holding on to that, I don't know, something that used to be there, like a past vavavoom that used to be there. So maybe the post-breakup messages and the post-breakup phone calls and the post-breakup meets are too soon. You need to distance yourself from someone in order for you not just to gain your own closure. Don't be looking for closure in someone else. Closure comes from within. Looking for your own closure, looking for your own cleaner headspace, looking for your own introspection as to what happened in this relationship. Why did it fail? Was it me? Was it them? If it was me, what can I do better? Like all of these things need to be done, but they cannot be done when you're still texting them and asking them all of these questions and they're telling you, no, it wasn't you. Let's actually meet up for lunch and talk about it. Next thing you know, you're not just at lunch, you're at their house and clothes are missing. Like, let's not do that. Give yourself some space. You can be friends after a year, maybe after 2 years, after a long enough time. When you've healed, you've processed, you're good. But immediately after the breakup, bad idea.
You know, the brain has this funny thing of erasing all the bad things and only holding on to the good memories.
Yeah.
And that actually, I was almost trapped by one of my exes like that. We had broken up. It was a very volatile breakup and everything. And then after, he gave me like 1 day to rest. And then he started texting me again, and he was very sorry and apologetic. And my brain, very mumu brain, was like, this is very interesting. But I had already, like how a woman has already broken up with you like months before. So I was already in another situationship. Like I was already talking to somebody and I really genuinely liked them. And then my ex found out about this. So now he was talking to me and you always have a soft spot for your ex. And I'm trying to move on, but he would talk to me and then he would meet with a friend of the person I'm trying to move on and say, we're even talking right now.
Jeez, that's uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Even for the new partner.
Exactly. So now this person is now feeling this girl is still attached to her ex and he was just trying to trap me. So this person I was talking to was a very sane person and he was like, you know what? I will not be involved. You have too much drama going on. And I was like, damn. So that's why you should break up with your ex and block them immediately. They are going to block you from moving on with other people. I could have been saizi bibi a daktari. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Life is hard. Just don't make your new partner uncomfortable. If you're finding it hard to move on, if they're in your life, then kick them out. Just read the signs. If you are seeing yourself still inclined to them, get yourself out of that situation. But if they give you some sort of comfort and sanity, if the relationship, the circumstances of your breakup were not like vile or horrible, you guys just were in different places, just, you can still be friends. But these are just our opinions. Turi is saying, let the man go, let the woman go. I am saying, think about it and think about it hard because you're losing a good friend. Sometimes you're losing a good friend.
Block them and their relatives
These
and
are
their
just
friendships.
our opinions. But for now, we appreciate the messages still. Kitty Melody, thank you so much. We're sorry we wouldn't read them. Okay, I lied, didn't I? Ramsey, thank you very much. We see your messages. But we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and we shall make time for the comments. So make sure you send them through. My name is Kathomi. See you tomorrow.
And my name is Turi Faye, and as we make time to read your comments tomorrow, also set some time aside, okay, to fear men. I will always remind you, okay? Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye.